Hey everyone, I just wanted to quickly let you all know that I am giving away a Force FX lightsaber. All you have to do is like the video if you enjoy it, be subscribed to the channel, and leave a comment down below letting me know which hero in Battlefront 2 is your favorite. I will be announcing the winner on my Twitter, Instagram, and in my Discord on August 31st, and if we hit 100,000 subscribers before the giveaway ends, I will not only be giving away one Force FX lightsaber, but two. Good luck, now let's get into today's video. Hello everyone, my name is Quinn Knight and welcome back to the channel, and today I have some pretty exciting news to share with you all, and I think we can all agree that the Battlefront world really needs some positive news right about now, because if DICE were a Pixar film, they would be A Bug's Life, as this latest patch did nothing to improve the game, and instead introduced a new slew of issues and game-breaking glitches. But this good news is in regards to both Obi-Wan Kenobi and Darth Maul, which, in my opinion, is one of the most iconic rivalries in the entire Star Wars franchise. As we all know, Obi-Wan Kenobi is finally on his way to Battlefront 2, and the roadmap that was released about a week ago let us all know that we can expect Obi-Wan Kenobi and General Grievous to be arriving this fall. One of my main questions and prime concerns regarding the Clone Wars heroes that are coming to Battlefront 2 was, will there be any new voice lines that allows them to interact with the other pre-existing characters in Battlefront 2, and I figured it would be highly unlikely, as that would mean the voice actors for all of the other heroes would have to be brought in to record new voice lines if DICE hadn't had the foresight to record those lines ahead of time. I knew I was disappointed that there weren't any specific lines for the young Han and Lando skins. Obviously the skins have their own lines, but the characters they're interacting with don't react to their appearance whatsoever. I didn't expect anything different, but it would have been extremely cool nonetheless and made the skins much more worth the huge 80,000 credit price tag, which is quite the grind. For example, Leia interacts with young Han pretty much identically to the way she would with the Harrison Ford Han Solo. It would have been great to hear Leia comment on her man looking completely different, but thankfully my worries were soon put to rest. I am just hanging out listening to a Twitch stream from voice actor Sam Witwer, who provided the voice for both Darth Maul and Emperor Palpatine in Battlefront 2, and he's streaming with Janina Gavankar, who is the voice of Iden Versio in Star Wars Battlefront 2, and as he is streaming, a viewer asks him what he thinks of DICE adding Obi-Wan Kenobi into Battlefront 2, to which he just straight up confirms he's already returned to the studio to record new voice lines for his interactions with Kenobi. I will let you watch the clip so you can hear it for yourself.
That's one of the...
Alright, dude. No.
Last time we did this, we just talked in secrets a lot, and we will not do that this time.
Do we have any secret? Oh, we do.
No, we constantly have secrets.
Yeah.
That's one of the most terrifying but also fun things about being in the genre business.
Yeah.
Like the meaning making like genre projects.
Yeah.
Fantasy, horror,
How,
sci-fi.
How do I feel about Obi-Wan Kenobi coming to Battlefront 2? This is game Battlefront 2. I don't know if you've heard of it.
I don't know what that is.
But I gotta tell you, I've already recorded dialogue for it.
He goes on to talk about it a little bit more, but he doesn't really give any additional details. He just confirms that he has been back in the studio to record additional lines for Obi-Wan Kenobi, and I'm assuming for the rest of the DLC heroes as well, although he doesn't mention anything about Anakin, Dooku, or Grievous specifically. I actually did get a little bit hyped because I thought he was about to drop details on Geonosis, but he was actually trying to say Janina and got really tongue-twisted. I had to listen to the clip like 4 times to even figure out what on earth he was trying to say, but this has me really excited for possible interactions in the future. Since Sam Witwer was in the studio, that means we'll have new voice lines for Darth Maul and Emperor Palpatine at the very least, and I'm sure they had him record lines for all of his interactions while he was in there at once, and I'm very excited to hear them when the first Clone Wars season begins. If they were able to get Sam Witwer to return to the studio to record some new lines, that should mean they'll be able to get most of the other voice actors back as well. In terms of the voice actors and actresses in Battlefront 2, apart from the actresses and actors from the movies who voiced their own character in-game, Sam Witwer is probably the biggest name, but they got him back into the studio. Looking through the IMDb, Misty Lee, who voiced Leia, John Armstrong, who voiced Han, and Matthew Mercer, who voiced both Kylo and Luke Skywalker, all seem relatively attainable to get back in the studio for some new lines. As far as the people from the movies, unless it's in their contract, I highly doubt they'll be able to get Daisy Ridley, John Boyega, Gwendolyn Christie, or Billy D. Williams back into the studio, as unfortunate as that is. They might be able to get Tamira Morrison back as Boba Boba Fett, as he does a lot of stuff for Star Wars and is very involved with the fans, and just seems like a good sport in general, but I guess we'll have to wait and see on that one. He obviously will come with a price, but having a sequel trilogy hero like Rey interact with Obi-Wan, Grievous, or Anakin would be so interesting, and honestly, that is what I'm looking forward to the most. So I really hope they're able to get most of these voice actors back. The ones from the movies, they might be a long shot, but I'd really appreciate if they went the extra mile and got them back in the studio. If it's in their contract, great. Otherwise, it's probably going to be tough, and it's probably going to come with a high price, so who knows if that happens or not. Even more so than the iconic interactions, I just really love the weird exchanges in Battlefront 2. Like, when you're playing as Boba Fett and you encounter Rey, Boba immediately says human, female, lightsaber, minimal threat. And I love stuff like that, because those little moments never fail to make me grin like an idiot, because where else are you going to hear something like that than Battlefront 2? You just can't. When I heard Witwer confirm he'd return to the studio to record new voice lines for his interactions with Obi-Wan, I instantly went and watched a few of Maul's best scenes from the Clone Wars with Obi-Wan Kenobi, and I really hope a lot of the lines he recorded reference those events, as opposed to sticking to the Phantom Menace only for references. Most people can agree that what really made Maul a good character in the long run were his arcs in the Clone Wars, and he was mostly wasted in Episode 1. I want to hear Maul taunt Obi-Wan about Qui-Gon like he does in the show, and I hope they don't shy away from that sort of thing, because they'd probably be worried about confusing people, but Solo kinda just threw that out the whole window. I'd love to hear Obi-Wan say something along the lines of, "I beat you once before and I'll do it again," with that classic James Arnold Taylor inflection, who, by the way, is almost certainly voicing Obi-Wan Kenobi at this point, as he's been talking about it over on Twitter a lot. As much as I would love Ewan to do the job, James Arnold Taylor is fantastic as well, and Ewan McGregor is just such a long shot. I don't think anyone actually seriously expected that to happen. Witwer is also the voice of Palpatine, if you didn't know. I mean, I said it before in the video, so you probably should. But Dice, I really hope you had Palpatine, or Witwer, Palpatine's not a real person, believe it or not, record some new lines for emotes when he was in the studio. I hope they realized how many emotes they would sell if they actually just recorded some new ones that actually were iconic lines. Hopefully they had Witwer record lines like, "I am the Senate," and "It's treason then," or "I will make it legal," because personally, I would buy all of those in a heartbeat. Without even a second thought, I would purchase every single one of those. I would love to stomp someone as Palpatine and emote anything that would constitute as a prequel meme. I wish they were adding Qui-Gon Jinn just so I could take out a villain and immediately emote, "The ability to speak does not make you intelligent." There are so many classic lines from the prequels they need to take advantage of, because there is so much missed potential with the emotes in this game, it's unreal. So I really hope they take advantage of potentially getting these voice actors back into the studio, and once they have the voice actors for Obi-Wan, Grievous, Anakin, and Dooku in, whoever they go with, I hope they record so many quality emotes, as there are only a handful I actually like at the moment. Most of them aren't bad, but they could definitely be so much better. Dice, if you're hearing this for some reason and you want to sell a ton of emotes when you have the ability to directly purchase them next month, record a ton of memes and you will profit greatly. I also wanted to mention that a little bit later on in Sam Witwer's stream, Janina, who again is the voice actress for Iden Versio and also who Iden's appearance was solely based off of, hints that she's also recorded some of her new lines for the game. She doesn't directly say anything, but she keeps saying she has some secrets of her own when Witwer brings it up, and I definitely don't think we're getting any more from the campaign, and even if we did, spoiler alert, Iden is as dead as a doornail, but I would definitely appreciate, and it would definitely be nice to have some new voice lines for Iden. Iden's interactions with the other heroes generally aren't very interesting at all. I've really noticed that she doesn't have much to say whenever I play as her online, so I'm really hoping they've padded her voice work out a little bit, and I'd love to hear Iden's reaction to a hero like Grievous. But to be fair, I'm excited to hear anyone who hasn't encountered Grievous before react to him. He's definitely going to be extremely menacing. I want to say I have Sam Witwer's Twitch linked in the description if you want to check it out. You can watch the full Twitch stream there. I would just go down there anyways. He's actually a really good streamer. He's entertaining, he plays cool games, and sometimes he has cool guests on, so I would just follow him instantly, maybe subscribe, hit him up with that Twitch Prime sub, I don't know, help a brother out. But guys, that is going to do it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to drop this video a thumbs up, and if you are new around here, absolutely make sure to subscribe, as we are on that road to the big 100,000 subscribers. Also, thank you so much for the support on yesterday's video. That video did crazy well for something that was completely different from what I've ever done before. It was just a video of me talking about Obi-Wan's performance, or Ewan McGregor's performance as Obi-Wan in the prequels. Completely different from anything I've ever done. It wasn't even Battlefront related, and the video did so much better than I ever expected it to, so thank you guys for supporting some different content that's also Star Wars, because Star Wars is a passion of mine, but not every day there's something for Battlefront, so I want to post daily videos, and that that was my answer, and you guys seem to love it. Thank you guys all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.
I'm Han Solo.